that in mind, throughout the years of our education system has incorporated both abstinence-only education as well as sexual education depending on which school district it was. For example, here we have an abstinence-only educational video that was used in a real school not that many years ago.
Shane, turn around, because you're in my camera. You're now going to be a rock star. You guys, Shane is going to help us demonstrate the theory of bonding. In a relationship. So Shane, here we go. What do you think? She's kind of tall and thin. Pretend this is your new girlfriend, okay? And she's transparent with her feeling. Look at her curves. Nice curves, okay? Well, you know what? You're going to have sex with her right here in front of us. So I need you to get naked on your arm.
Okay.
All right. Come out here a little bit so these guys can see
I have a lot
around
of
the
hair,
Yes, you do have a lot of hair. Yeah. Now, pretend. This is the metaphor for what happens when we have sex before we get married. You guys, could Shane marry this girl? He could. Do you think he will? No. But look at, they've bonded. She's stuck on him, he's stuck on her. But they probably won't get married, because remember the research says after high school, after college, and in the workplace. So Shane's probably not going to marry this girl. So if he's not going to marry her, what's he got to do to her? Oh, break up. Does breaking up hurt boys?
Yeah. It's about to.
Girls, remember we said this is the best generation of high school boys we've seen in 30 years. These are good guys. Now, if he was a player, you know, got drunk every weekend, had a new girl every weekend, that's not a caring guy. That's a sperm donor. Okay? But he looks like a caring guy. Okay. Do you guys think it's best if Shane breaks up slow or fast?
Fast.
In this
You know what?
situation, please do.
All right. We're going to let you break up any way you want to, because you're a good guy. And you volunteered. And be kind, though. She's a nice girl, though, Shane. Oh, Shane, she's going to need therapy. Oh, no. You guys give Shane a hand. Thank you. Oh, Shane. She does need therapy. She's not transparent like she was when we started. What's on here? Look at his little hairs. Look at his skin cells and his DNA and his lotion and his cologne and his germs and his sweat. And Shane. Okay, well, I need another male volunteer that's going to date her next semester. Who is it? Yeah. Tell me your name.
I'm Dale.
Dale, nice to meet you. Will you date her? Get naked on your arm. Okay. So here we go. What are you noticing about the bond? Not quite as tight, not quite as good. Is Dale going to marry her? Probably not. So if he's not going to marry her, what's he got to do to her? Yep, break up. She break up slow or fast? Is it going to matter now? Not as much, huh? But you be kind to her, okay? Because she's a nice girl and you're a good guy. Look at how kind he is. Oh, give him a hand, Dale. Thank you. Oh, Dale. Oh, no, you guys, she needs more therapy now. What's on here? Dale's hair, Dale's skin, Dale's DNA, Dale's lotion, Dale's... Are you with me? Do you get this? Yeah. How many partners do we have before we get married on average in America? 6, yeah. So can you imagine what's going to start to happen to the tape? It's going to lose its bonding power. Well,
now, to some of you, this may not be much of a surprise. Maybe you've had an abstinence-only education, which is very common in private and charter schools, as well as many religious-based towns or districts. But on the other hand, it may be a bit strange for those who had sexual education as a child to see such a video forwardly looking down on sexual acts because you grew up watching something like this.
Tampons also come in all different sizes depending on how much flow you have. Last are menstrual cups. These are less common, the most tricky to use, and it takes some practice to insert them correctly into the vagina. But they are the only option which can be reusable, which in the long run can save you a lot of money. Now, pads are great, but they won't protect you when you are swimming, and can be uncomfortable while playing sports. Tampons and menstrual cups can be used for swimming and can be more comfortable when playing sports. Finally, women have vaginas. And even when you're not having your period, you might notice some changes. During puberty, your vagina starts making clear or slightly cloudy liquid that can be almost like water, but can get pretty gooey. It can feel uncomfortable sometimes, but it's normal. However, if it starts to smell bad, have a different color, itch or burn, or become clumpy like cottage cheese, that's when you should see a doctor. And now, boys.
Woo! Yeah!
The big things boys have to deal with during puberty that girls don't are erections, wet dreams, and testicles. An erection is when your penis fills with blood, grows, and becomes hard. Erections can happen when you are thinking about sexual thoughts, but during puberty they can also happen randomly. For guys, this can be super embarrassing, but it's normal. As your body gets used to the hormones in puberty, random erections happen less and less. A wet dream is when you get an erection and then ejaculate when you are sleeping. Ejaculation is when semen, which is sperm and fluid, leaves the penis through the urethra. They are called wet dreams because you wake up after sleeping and feel some wetness from the ejaculation. You are not peeing in your pants. It is different. Wet dreams can be super embarrassing, but again, they are normal and they go away after puberty. You can't really prevent them, but for backup, if you are sleeping at a friend's house, you can always bring a change of underwear. Finally, boys have testicles. Testicles grow during puberty, and it's important to make sure they are healthy. If you do notice any new lumps or bumps, or anything painful or uncomfortable, it's important to see a doctor so they can check what is going on. Lastly, boys might get a little soreness and swelling around their nipples. It's normal to get that, and it goes away as you go through puberty. But again, if it is really bothering you, feel free to talk to a doctor. People start puberty at different times, sometimes as young as 8 years old for girls. But if you haven't noticed any changes by 12 if you're a girl, and 14 if you're a boy, try to go see a doctor so they can check to see what's up.
Puberty's not easy, and it can be confusing, but we all go through it.
Don't be afraid to ask questions at your doctor's or school nurse or trusted adult. If you are stuck on what to say, try writing down your questions and concerns ahead of time and bring them with you to your appointment. Also, there is a lot of good information online to help answer your questions. And again, my favorite is kidshealth.org.
Now, when it comes to educating the next generation on such a sensitive topic, there will be a lot of controversy. Some may believe that children shouldn't be taught anything at all about sexuality, the act of sex, or even to be able to learn the aftermaths of sex due to personal, social, or familial opinions. Some may believe in a very detailed and informative alternative to educate and not scare children about something that happens very naturally. And of course, there are other issues such as gender. Why young girls get degraded and told that they can only spread diseases and lower their worth, when boys are not given any blame at all. Because not only do young women get STDs, but men as well. But the question comes up about where exactly to draw the line. For example, some abstinence-only videos who may look down on these who have sex or compare women who have sex, and I quote, to a chewed-up piece of gum or an overused piece of tape that no longer sticks, can be potentially traumatizing not only to normal students who are now terrified of sexual activity, but also victims of sexual assault who had no choice in the matter.